Guys, we kept this truck pointed southeast just like I told you we was going to. We are going to a lake that a lot of people have never heard of that is full of black crappie. Now, it's more known for its numbers than it is its size, but numbers are fun. Good eating size fish is what we're looking for, somewhere in that 10 to 12 inch range. And I got a feeling down here when I get with Barry Weaver down here, that dude has got this lake figured out and he knows how to put them on the hook. We're staying down at Lockloosa Harbor. They have got a ramp right there on the grounds. They got cabins, they've got a diner, they've got a bait shop. They got everything I need that when I get down here, I don't have to leave. I can just go fishing. Well, guys, we have made it here to Lockloosa Harbor. I'm gonna run in here and get my room. I think we got a cold snap coming in the morning, but right now, we are in the Florida sunshine. Let's get in there and get our stuff taken care of so we can get ready to get on the water. Hey, how's it going, man?
Pretty good. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. You got room for me?
Yes, sir. Here's the key.
Good deal. Where we at there?
Cabin 4.
Good deal. Man, that thing come out of this lake?
No, sir. Come out of Lake Georgia.
Oh, man. That's something. What time y'all open?
We open at 6 a.m.
Hour before daylight?
Yes, sir.
I believe that'll work for me, man. I appreciate it.
You got it. You have a great time.
We just got down here from Santee. Man, this is more like a vacation down here than it is anything. Working just don't even come into play when you come down here. The sun, the scenery, the fishing, everything about it is just a vacation. What's going on, man?
Morning. How you doing?
Pretty good. I didn't know there was a tournament today.
Yeah, there's a pile of boats, ain't there?
There's a bunch of them.
Yes, sir.
I like the fog going over the lily pads and such.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if there's any alligators out there waiting on us.
It's too cool for them right now.
Too cold for
Yeah.
them. Well, I'll get my boat and get all my stuff, and we'll get out there and see if we can't give them a try.
All right, man.
All right,
Sounds good.
deal. I've spent most of my life chasing success, chasing money, chasing respect. Truth is, nothing has brought me joy like being right here on the water. Rod in hand, hook on the line, chasing crappie. I am a crappie angler. These are our stories, and this is On the Hook.
My name is Barry Weaver, and I'm a speck fisherman. Specks are speckled perch. A lot of people call them crappie. We call them specks down here in Florida. I was a bass guy. I fished a lot of bass tournaments, and I had an old guy at work kept trying to get me into speck fishing, and I finally went with him. It was really slow that day. I wasn't real impressed. Went with him again, and we filled the cooler by 9 o'clock, and I've been hooked ever since. I do a lot of pushing. You have weights on your lines up in the front of the boat, and you put them at a certain depth, and they stay there, and you just troll. The fish always feed up for the bait, so we keep them right above their heads, and we're moving about half a mile an hour, and that's how we catch them. This is Lockloosa Lake, north central Florida. It's kind of a shallow lake. Lots of fish in here. Lots of fishermen love this lake for numbers. You can catch a lot of numbers. Right now the big fish are out deep, stuck in the mud. You can catch them, you just got to move real slow.
What we're doing here, guys, is trying to make sure that every one of our rods are the same distance off the top of the water with the rod tips. That way, if a fish grabs a hold to one and one starts easing down, you'll be able to see the difference. Even though your rod's not bouncing up and down, you'll be able to see that one rod is riding lower than the rest. You pick it up to check, and most time you're either hung in a stump or you got a fish on. Hey, there's a good fish. That's 9-inch or so black crappie. What is the limits down here, Barry?
25 per person, nothing on length.
Nothing on length?
Nope.
Okay, so if it comes in the boat, it is a legal fish to catch?
Correct.
So what times your all spawn usually hit here?
Usually around now, but this weather this year, it stayed hot a lot longer. It'll start up now. They'll spawn 2 or 3 times. It's not just one spawn. So usually early January is when they're starting to get, I haven't heard much of anybody catching any spawning bass. A lot of males in the pads right now.
Okay.
Yep.
So the males are pretty well in the pads. trying to
the
build
beds.
nests
Correct.
for the females that are staying out in the deep to head into the pad.
That's right.
So do you normally start out deep?
Lately I have. Every time I come out here, there've been a lot of bigger fish out deep.
Okay.
Probably 80% of the fish we've been catching, all of them full of roe.
I don't have any live bait on my side whatsoever. It's straight artificial. Barry has artificial, but he's also putting minnow, tipping it on the end of the hook. And we're trying to figure out some sort of pattern so we know exactly what it is that the fish want. And if they want straight artificial, that's what Barry will go to. If they want the live bait, that's what I'll go to. It's pattern and repeat. And I can't preach that enough. Pattern and repeat is the best way to put these fish on the hook.
LiveScope is the hottest tech to hit the crappie industry in a generation. And now you can have absolute independent control of your transducer with All Aboard Marine's all-scan electric mounting system. Scan with your transducer in 1 degree increments or use its hand control option. With just the flip of a switch, the hybrid control syncs with the movement of your trolling motor. Or lock it out and use our foot switch. You're in complete control with All Aboard Marine. To find out more, visit allaboardmarine.com. Electronics aren't cheap, and that's why Cornfield Fishing Gear engineers quality mounting equipment that secures your investment and gives you peace of mind. Fish more and worry less with mounting equipment from Cornfield Fishing Gear. CornfieldFishingGear.com. PTG Outdoors is family owned and sells, installs, and services your favorite electronics, as well as all the tackle you want too. We even service kayaks. Next time you're at Grenada Lake, stop by or find us at PTGOutdoors.com. On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods in partnership with All Aboard Marine, Cornfield Fishing, Crappie Monster, Driftmaster, and JB's Fish Sauce.
Florida sunshine. That's all right.
Yeah, it gets bright, man.
That right there's all right. You know, just about everywhere we went, we caught either in the middle of a cold front or right on the tail end. We went and spider rigged up at Wren Lake in Illinois.
Yeah.
And man, we got there right as the cold front come in and it rained buckets that night. Then I come to Florida and I got ice in the seat of my boat.
Yeah, go figure. Bringing some bad weather with you.
Now, last week we was at Santee Cooper and we were out there looking for big old blackfish. The same reason to come down here. And cold front hit. Them old boys up there didn't know what had just happened. They was like firing up the wood stoves, getting the Carhartts out. And I jumped out of the truck. I think I was wearing shorts and flip-flops.
Oh, wow.
I was like, man, it's 40, it's a heat wave. They said, no. A lot of times you'll hear all day long that beep, beep, beep. He's got the remote because that's what he normally fishes with is a remote control. And you'll hear that beep. He's constantly increasing the speed and decreasing the speed because that will change the depth of your baits. The faster, they'll swing back further, they won't be as deep. Go a little slower, they'll swing out more straight down and be a little bit deeper. And the presentation of the bait means everything in crappie fishing. So if we start catching a little bit faster, we'll start running just a little bit faster. We start going a little bit slower and start catching, we'll start running a little bit slower. And he's really keeping an eye on our mapping graph here that tells us how fast we're moving. So we start catching them at 0.4, we'll stay at 0.4 or go up to 0.6 if we're not catching anything, and then just back and forth until we find that happy median that the fish are wanting to see. Oh, down.
Ooh,
Good one?
feels like it.
Uh-oh. Look like got some pull to it. And welcome to spider rigging. Oh, it come loose. Well, you got lucky. I guess that single rigger is what saved you there.
Yeah.
What I was saying, welcome to spider rigging, is usually when you catch one, they run sideways and wad everything up.
There he is.
Good start to the morning right
Florida
there.
speck.
Yes, sir. Here, I'll take that one. Now that was a live bait fish right there.
Yep.
All right, artificial tip with live bait's what our first one come on. Put that in the back of our mind for a minute and see if we can't find some more. That water looks black, but it is just clear as it can be, isn't it?
It's dark. It's tannic acid from all the trees and decaying matter around the edge.
Okay.
Year after year after year.
Okay.
A lot of our lakes are like this color. There's a few sandy bottom lakes that are real clear, but most of them out here are pretty dark water, brown water. Well, the nice thing about this depth of water with this length of rods, you put, I don't want anybody to reel, because you reel, you're in a different spot. You pull that fish up, you can put it right
Take
back
it off.
down, you're in the exact same spot.
Yes, sir. One of the things I do, just for my own preference, or
Oh, damn. That's a good fish too.
I was talking. I got him off his game. Got him off his game.
There you go.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Got him or you're
Yeah, no, I got him. If I can get his little Mighty Mouse butt out there. Oh yeah, right in the glasses. That's what I'm talking about. Now, that was on straight artificial.
Yep.
And I purposely, as Barry was saying, did not reel anything. That way that fish is off, my rod is back in the water, and I'm at the exact same bait or depth that fish right there just came off of. Nice little black fish. It's probably 11 inches or so.
Yep.
That's about the size that I like to eat. Right in that 11-inch range. They get over 12 inches, and I don't like keeping them just because I don't like the thick pieces of meat. I like them 10 to 11 inches when I'm eating them.
Get more flavoring on it.
Well, that's also a reason that I've never ate a fish out of Grenada. They have to be over 12 inches to keep them,
I got you.
and I just don't like that thick crappie.
Mm-hmm.
I like them little nuggets.
Every day is unique on the water, but Pro-Built Jigs has your back no matter your approach. Whether it's boat flipping, long runs, dock skipping, or just for fun, Pro-Built Jigs has the hookup for you. On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods in partnership with Pro-Built Jigs, PTG Outdoors, Skinny Water Marine, and Sore Mouth Tackle.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yep. Oh, I was way late on that. A little bitty. That's another little black crappie. Are we mainly gonna catch solely black crappie down here today? Is that about what's in here?
That's it.
Do y'all ever catch any whites in here?
No, we don't have whites down here.
Okay. I love catching those black crappie because even a 10-incher feels like a pound and a half.
They fight.
The white crappie just kind of give up and come up, and then black ones, boy, they just like hooking into old turtle. It's like they got claws they can dig in with.
Yeah.
When you get into black crappie, it's not like a white crappie bite. It's different. They come up there, da-da-da-da-da, and then they'll load up. And like just then, he was loaded up, but it just didn't work out that time. It was a short striker, didn't have the bait completely in its mouth. These black crappie, if you don't let them load up, you're gonna miss them every single time. And sometimes you miss them when they do load up. Oh. Another nice keeper fish. I love the color of the fish in Florida, man.
They're dark. Got it?
Yep. And I love the numbers of the fish. Oh, something done tried eating this feller.
Top or bottom? It's on the top, it's probably eagle. Yeah, something got him, didn't it?
Something got him good right there. Look at that.
That's a fork tail speck.
These are definitely not top of the food chain down here. It's a fork tail speck.
I got it. Oop, there you go.
Oh, that one got a little pull to it. He's a little bit side. This is about to get wild right here. Oh, he's got a good one.
Got him?
Yes, sir.
All right.
He got a good one. Ow!
Did that get you? Throw it in the water back there.
Yep, he got me. Got me under my fingernail. That's why you come to Florida. What was that? I don't even know if that's three. I've still got one hanging over.
3 or 4 bites real quick.
3 or 4 bites real quick.
It can turn on just as quick as it shuts down some days.
I'm gonna lay this dude down for a second so I can get this one back in the water. Now we are keeping fish to eat today too. Oh. Good one?
Yep. Nope. Little baby. They're fun to catch though. You bring the kids out here, they can have a ball catching little fish.
And that's the thing. Something like what just went on right there, if you had a family who's got a couple of kids up, that would make their whole trip.
Yep.
An entire week of being down here for what we just did in the last 10 minutes is what will get the entire family outside together and doing something. Well, that's it, just it, doing something outside together.
Yep.
And that's just something that
they'll remember that forever.
They'll remember forever, and I feel like that's something that we as a society have almost lost, and we need it, and that's why we started this show.
Good.
Oh, it sucker got, oh, I got a fish laying back here.
Well, down here in Florida, we have these little tiny shrimp. They live all in the grasses, hydrilla, eelgrass. They're called grass shrimp. Some people call them hardbacks. And it's a main source of food for a lot of these panfish. That's why, you know, I like tying jigs that kind of mimic them. It's a great bait to use, great colors.
Oh, well, it's natural, and it's something
It's not like a big shrimp you eat. It's a little tiny, about, you know, 3/4 of an inch shrimp.
Okay.
They act just like a shrimp, they pop, but, you know, that color's a real good color everywhere.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you've done some actual shrimping on St. Johns River?
Yeah, St. Johns River's got a lot of shrimp that come down to spawn. Usually the September, August there, you know, as soon as it starts getting hot and the water gets real brackish, they'll start coming in. And as long as we don't have a lot of rainfall, you can go out with a net, cast net.
Yeah.
That's got webbing around the outside, and what the webbing does is lets the net stay open the whole way down instead of closing up like a bait net.
Yeah.
And you can pull up a net, 100, 200 shrimp. All you see is these orange eyeballs looking up at you.
Really?
Yeah, big
Not
shrimp.
like regular shrimp
eating
cocktail.
shrimp. You're allowed to keep a 5-gallon bucket full, which is a ton of shrimp, by the way. If you If you keep a 5-gallon bucket, you got a lot of cleaning to do.
5-gallon bucket, what are you talking, like
Of
20
shrimp.
pounds?
20 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a lot of shrimp. First time I kept 5 gallons, I never kept 5 gallons again.
Oh! No, it wasn't no good one. That was a giant.
That was a nice fish, man. No minnows.
No minnow, straight
Man.
straight artificial.
He got a lot bigger right there at the top.
Oh, he got
Usually
a
it's the
lot
opposite.
bigger right there at the top. Doggone it.
Huh.
Ah. And he never did do the pop. He just grabbed and eased down.
These fish, usually those small ones, 8, 9, 10-inch fish, will pull this rod under the boat. Quickest you can, I mean, just like that. The big ones, you'll see that rod tip just slowly going down, no jerking or anything. There he is. Same one.
Possibly.
Taking a,
Oh my goodness.
man, what you giving them? Catching, releasing too early.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I felt a little pullback in that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
He stretched the line to get the weight down. He must have had a little size to him.
Now, I just missed 2 fish in a row. Black crappie, most of the time, you have to go super small on your presentation and your bait and your hook. So your catch ratio goes way down with the smaller hook because there's not enough there to bite in. But if you go with a larger hook, they won't even consider biting it. So it's just nature of the beast, and that's just part of it. And sometimes you lose giants, the way I just did right there. Twice.
Still down there.
Is he still coming after me?
Come on, come on. It's a good one too. Looks like. Ooh.
Flying fish, flying fish.
Yeah. Got it. Good 10-inch, 11-inch fish. Send him back to his mama. Free minnow and tripped to outer space. Tell mama it was fun.
3 minnow and a trip to outer space.
Like a Disney World ride.
These fish down here, they're a lot darker than they are anywhere else in the country. And it's something to do with the way this water looks black, but it's still fairly clear. What'd you say it was in the water a while ago, Barry?
Tannic acid.
Tannic acid.
It's from dead and decaying leaves and bark. Thousands of years of it.
Okay.
It turns a lot of these lakes brown or red.
Man, they're just beautiful fish down here. They're healthy, and they're just pretty. Man, I appreciate you coming out there with us today.
Yeah, I had a ball, man.
Man, there's something about these southern black crappie
Specs?
specs. Man, the Lockloosa is awesome. Caught a ton of fish. I love just being able to spider rig and sit back, and it takes the pressure off, and you can just go fishing.
Oh, yeah.
But I was able to work up an appetite here, and
Cool
we're
deal.
gonna have to get in here to Lockloosa and check out that diner.
Sounds good.
Guys, for all of you watching at home, Barry Weaver, Crank and Cracker Guide Service. They can reach you at
352-870-6585.
get on down here and get you some of these black crappie out here in Lockloosa. Now, next week, for the season 1 finale, guys, we are heading back home to Reelfoot Lake to catch some big old whitefish on the timber. So, stick with us next week. We'll see you on the hook.